Hi guys, Steph here. Right, now some of you from yesterday's video, you would have seen this pen here. Now, I had a request to review the pen, so I thought, right, I'll oblige. So what we've actually got here is a Parker 50 Falcon, and this particular model is the Insignia. Now, the Parker 50 Falcon was introduced after the Parker T1 fountain pen was discontinued. Now, the Parker T1 unfortunately had a short manufacturing period, and I believe they had difficulty actually manufacturing the pen due to the fact that it was actually made of titanium. So after they discontinued the T1, they brought out the Parker Falcon, which basically is slightly different, but it did actually still keep some of the sort of design elements of the T1. Now, the Parker 50 comes in this particular box here, and to the back it's got this little section where you can pop it on your desk, or maybe it was actually used for displaying purposes. It comes with, well, it's actually got an insurance document. It's got the instruction manual there. It would have come with 2 cartridges inside here, but we'll come to that in a moment. Okay, so that's the case, which is it's a little bit interesting in its own right. So let's take the pen out. Let's put the case to one side and let's run through the pen. Now, I've actually shown you the Parker 50 Falcon before. I believe I've shown you in different colours. But they came in 7 different variants. Sorry, not 7. They came in 6 different variants. Now, they were launched between 1978 and around about 1982-83. After they discontinued the Parker T1, the first one they brought out was a stainless steel fighter model, I believe around about 1978. After that, they brought out a sort of a matte black epoxy version, which they termed as the 50B or the TX. That was around about 1980s. Around about 1981, they introduced this model here, being the, as I say, the Signet model. And then 1982, they brought out another one, a matte brown TX, again in, well, around about 1982. And also they brought out another model which they call the Golden Falcon. Now, the Golden Falcon was a model which had sort of it had like a lattice pattern to the pen, and they brought that out. Just that was actually predominantly for the stationers W.H. Smiths here in the UK. So it was a slightly different pattern, very nice indeed. In fact, I actually showed you one about 10 years ago, and what I'll do, I'll leave you to the top there, I'll link to it so you can go and have a look at that. And last but not least, they brought out what they termed as a Falcon secretary pen, which was a clipless model, and it had like a ball to the end for, you know, the old rotary telephones. I believe it's actually quite a rare pen. So they're the six models. Now, before we go into the pen, as I say, this one, if you read up, they actually say it was introduced around 1981, but this was in the back of it, in the back of the case. As I've just mentioned, it's a sort of a claim form for a certificate of insurance. And if you look there, okay, it came from the Parker Pen Company Limited, New Haven. on the 21st of November 1980. Okay, so just slight bit of discrepancy. Okay, that says 1980, but if you read online, they say it was introduced 1981. So maybe, who knows, it might have been one of the very first pen that came out. So the size of this particular pen, from the top of the cap to the bottom, is 131 millimeters cat. It's got this slight taper design, but around this area, around about 10.5 millimeters in diameter. You'll see it says Parker to the bottom of the cap. And then if we turn it round for you, it's got Made in England. You can see to the bottom there, it's got this sort of dimpled effect to the bottom of the barrel, and to the very top on these pens, again this sort of slight dimple with, as you can see, like a black ring around the finial of the cap. Okay, there we go. There's the clip. Slightly different in this particular case in that it's got no sort of feathers, if you like, on the clip there. It's quite a plain, smooth clip. Okay, so that's slightly different. But all in all, as I say, slightly thinner, but yet a lot of the traits from the Parker T1, especially this gorgeous nib. Let's show you the pen. Numerous different angles. It's actually a very nice pen indeed, and this one actually has found a new home. I'm sort of regretting it now. Maybe I should have kept it in my own collection, but hey ho, it's already done. This one, as you can see, is fitted with the sort of aerometric type filler, so people can or the person can fill it with his favourite ink. And then if you look at this section there, it has what not what we termed, but what Parker termed as a unitary nib section. So in effect, it's like one piece all the way through, and you can see the nib there. It's got this frosting effect to the section, and the nib is sort of like a lovely, well, yeah, like a copper colour. Okay, there's a sideways view. You can see it's got a lovely blob of tipping to the end of the nib there. And then the feed underneath is quite a plain feed, as you can see there. But everything is lovely and clean, and it's, well, basically it's going to be shipped to the new owner today. I'm not going to fill the pen. Everything has been cleaned. I'm going to leave that pleasure to the new owner. But let's see how the pen writes. We'll do a dip test. So we've got a Parker 50 Falcon, made in England, and again, depending what you believe, sort of 1980, judging by the paperwork, or 1981, what you read online. But it's writing very nicely indeed. There's no flex in the nib, it's quite a stiff nib. But writing very nicely. I would say with, what, maybe a medium nib. But very nice indeed. Let's just give that a wipe. We'll clean that nib after the video. And as I say, this one is now ready to go to the new owner. So there we have it, a Parker 50 Falcon. This is the Insignia model in absolutely gorgeous condition. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment below, don't be shy. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. Subscribe to the channel. But now I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini, and from me, bye bye for now.